Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a little review and demo on the new BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. This literally just launched. The second I saw that it launched, I made sure I went and got one because I wanted to see how it was and how it compared to Tarte Shape Tape. I wanted to see if these two are dupes for one another. I kind of do a test and compare them both and see how they wear, how they apply. Is it really a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape? This is like the most amazing concealer. Everyone raves about it. It is so overhyped, but it's not really overhyped because it is worth the hype. I absolutely love this stuff. It is really worth it. If you guys want to see what I think of these two concealers and if the BH one matches up to Tarte Shape Tape, then just keep on watching. I'm going to show you guys right now. Alright, so I got the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. This is brand new. They just launched this. It's supposed to be very creamy, opaque, very full coverage for your under eyes. So I saw this and I was like, maybe it could possibly be a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape for a more affordable, reasonable price point. So the immediate difference that you can see is that the Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer is in a little squeezy tube, which reminds me a lot of the LA Girl HD concealers. So here's a comparison of the two so you can see what they look like next to each other. The packaging is very similar, but I find the LA Girl to be more of a thinner formula. I don't think it's thick, so I don't think they will compare in that sense. But I just wanted to show you guys what these two look like sitting next to each other. The LA Girl HD Pro Conceal. These are very well loved in the beauty community and also by me. And this is in the color 102. I believe this is the second lightest shade that they have. The BH Cosmetics Coverage Concealer comes in 15 shades and there are 3 corrector shades. So there is a pink one, a yellow one, and then a reddish orange for correcting under eye darkness and circles. BH Cosmetics Concealer is supposed to have some claims. So it says it will hide imperfections, neutralize discoloration, brighten your complexion instantly, and it's an opaque liquid cream that gives the appearance of perfect skin. I'm not sure if this one is vegan, but I know that Tarte Shape Tape is vegan, and this one as well, as we know, is super creamy. It is opaque, pigmented, covers amazingly. So they are both supposed to be very high coverage concealers. So I am going to put these two to the test. I'm going to do Tarte Shape Tape on my left eye, and I'm going to use the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer on the right side of my face and see how they feel, how they compare, how they blend out. So if you guys want to see that, just keep on watching. We're going to do a little comparison right now. For foundation today, I don't have anything on my skin right now. I only did my eyes, but I'm going to be using a foundation that I have been recently loving again. I used to love this and I picked it back up and I was like, I really like this. I just have to use it with a beauty oil. This is the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. I wear the shade 200 Nude and I love that it has a pump. Love that because I don't like when foundations don't have pumps. They get everywhere. I waste so much product. You guys know what that's like. I'm just going to pump some out on my hands and I'm going to mix a few drops of my favorite beauty oil. It's the Muddy Body Glow Oil. I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is the Muddy Body Oil. I love this stuff. It's amazing. It's kind of a dupe for the Farsali beauty oil, the Rose Gold Elixir. And I just like to put a few drops, or like 2 drops, into the foundation. And then I'm going to blend it out with my UBU blender sponge. This sponge is amazing. It is just as good, if not better, than that pink L'Oreal sponge that everyone has been loving. It's so good. It's very squishy, and I like the way it applies my foundation. Very smooth, and it's really big and squishy. So I really like this sponge. By the way, you guys, don't mind my hair right now. I really have to wash it. It's so greasy right now. That's why it's in a ponytail with a headband on. So for the Studio Pro Concealer from BH, I'm going to just be blending that out with this Wet n Wild concealer brush. This brush is great for blending out under the eye because it's not as big as a big foundation paddle brush, but it's not as small as a tiny concealer brush. So I really like this. And then I'm just going to apply Shape Tape like I normally would using the wand. And of course we know the wand on Shape Tape is absolutely amazing. I love how big it is. I wish all concealers had big wands like this because it just makes life so much easier when it comes to applying your concealer. It just spreads out really nice and evenly. So yeah, I'm not wearing any color correctors underneath my eyes right now. So I'm just going to do a couple swipes of Shape Tape. What I love about Shape Tape is that it's pigmented and it has a thick consistency, but it doesn't feel thick. That's one of the huge reasons why I love it. So I just put a few swipes underneath my eye and I'm just going to blend that out with my UBU sponge. And this just blends out flawlessly and it melts into the skin. That is another reason why I love it. There's just something so beautiful about the formula on this. You can also use a brush to blend this out, but I find that I really like to just use a sponge to blend this out. I'm also going to use this underneath my cheekbone, and I'm just going to blend that out. So the Shape Tape covered up very nicely underneath my eyes. It blends out really seamlessly and it doesn't feel thick or cakey on my skin, which I love. Under my right eye, I'm going to be doing the BH Studio Pro, and I'm just going to put some of this onto my little Wet n Wild brush. And you guys can see the wand on this is more of like those lip gloss applicators. I'll do a close-up so you guys can see. So here is what it looks like. It has that angled kind of applicator right here with a little hole in it. Pick it up on the brush and so this feels very creamy. Definitely feels a little bit thick, but not in a bad way. Not in a hard candy glamouflage type of way. If you guys have tried that concealer before, that stuff is thick. This is not like that. The formula is really nice. So I'm just gonna blend that out now with my UVU blender sponge. This color, I'm just noticing right away, is a ton more lighter and brighter underneath my eyes than my Tarte Shape Tape. Like looking at this right now, I can see how much lighter this eye is compared to this eye. It just looks a lot brighter and more illuminated. So I'm just looking into my fine lines underneath my eyes, and I'm noticing that the BH Cosmetics one does seem to be settling in there a little bit more when I go like this, as opposed to the Shape Tape. It doesn't seem to be settling as much into the little fine lines underneath my eyes, but they're very similar. I would say the consistency is very similar. I honestly think they gave me the same amount of coverage for my under eye circles. It's just that this one is a touch brighter than this shade of Shape Tape that I have. So I'm going to set these two underneath my eyes because that's what I would normally do, is set my under eyes. Right now I honestly feel like they look pretty much the same. So overall, I am impressed with this concealer. I do have to wear it though for the rest of the day and see how much I like it in comparison to my Tarte Shape Tape. But so far, they honestly seem very, very similar. I will say that for sure. So that's exciting. We may have found a dupe for Shape Tape, you guys. This is really cool. Alright guys, so I went ahead and baked the other parts of my face that I put the concealers on. So I'm just going to wait 5 minutes for this to set and then I will come right back. Finished face, I really like the way everything came out. And as far as the concealers, I'm going to wear it for the next few hours and then come back and let you guys know what I think of the concealers, if they really are dupes for one another or if the BH Cosmetics is a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. So far, I think they look pretty much exactly the same, so I'm very impressed so far with the BH Cosmetics Total Coverage Concealer. I think it is really nice and thick and creamy, and it covered my under eyes really nicely. So I will come back later and let you guys know my final thoughts on this and how it wore. So I am back. I have an update for you guys on the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer versus the Tarte Shape Tape. You guys know I did the BH one on this side of my face and I did Tarte Shape Tape on this side of my face. So it's been about 4 hours now. By the way, I did change my lip color because I ate pizza and I had to reapply. So I put on Dose of Colors lipstick and I just put that same gloss I had on before right on top of that. I did look very closely at my under eyes because I wanted to see what the differences were and if there was anything that had happened during the time that I was wearing both of these. So the eye that has Shape Tape on it is definitely more flawless than the side that has the BH Studio Pro Concealer on it. So the side that has the BH Studio Pro Concealer on it, it did crease and settle a bit into the fine lines that I have underneath my eye. So when I kind of go like this and I can see where it settled, whereas on the eye that has Shape Tape, it did not settle into any fine lines and it didn't crease. I will try and show you guys close up so you can see. Alright guys, so hopefully you can see that this is the Shape Tape eye. There's honestly no creasing at all, and I did set both of these. This is the eye that has the BH concealer, and you can see that it did settle a bit into the fine lines. So that is what it looks like after about 4 hours of wear. One thing I wanted to say about Shape Tape though, the reason why I do think that this concealer is so much better than the Studio Pro, although I think they are very, very similar, like I definitely think this is a close dupe to Shape Tape, but I was looking at the ingredients that were in Shape Tape and there are just so many good ingredients in here, and I think that's why it's so good. I looked into what some of the ingredients were. There is licorice root extract in here, there is a lily of the valley extract in Shape Tape, there is sunflower seed oil, also some sort of tree root extract in here. But my whole point is there are tons of very healthy, good for your skin ingredients in here that I think a lot of concealers don't have. So I think that's why it is so hard to match up to Tarte Shape Tape. I looked at the ingredients for BH Studio Pro Concealer and there were no skin beneficial ingredients in it. No extracts, nothing like that. So I think that's why it's not exactly as perfect as Shape Tape. So Shape Tape in my eyes still reigns supreme. I still think it is the best concealer, and I think it is worth the money just because they put so many great ingredients in here and it is great for your skin, and you can see that it just looks ever so more slightly flawless on my under eyes, whereas this one I did set it with powder and I think I did use the same amount of both of these, so I can't say I used too much of this or too much of this. I tried to use the exact same amount, but I could still see that this one creased. So I will say I think it is a close dupe if you're looking for something that is a lot cheaper than Shape Tape, but I will say that it is totally worth it to get Shape Tape. I think it just makes your under eyes look absolutely flawless. The coverage is amazing. I think the coverage on these is very, very similar, but this one wins still because it doesn't crease or settle into your fine lines, because even after 4 hours, do you really want to have that creasing, especially if you have an event or something you're going to. You don't want your under eyes creasing, which is the thing that kind of stinks about this. I will wear this again tomorrow. I'm going to be at an event all day working, so I want to see how they compare again, so I'm going to wear them both again and see if it creases again. I will give you my updates on this down below in the description box after I wear it all day again tomorrow. Alright you guys, so that is my little review and demo on the Tarte Shape Tape and the BH Cosmetics Concealer. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more dupe videos like this, let me know, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!